Hey guys, today we are making yet another speaker project, but this time we have something different because these are portable speaker, wireless as you can see, they have Bluetooth connection, but guess what? They are also stereo. Sounds interesting? You get it? Sounds interesting because these are speakers? Anyway, the fact that these speakers are stereo is the interesting part. Why? Well, usually when you receive music with a Bluetooth receiver like this one here, you do have the left and the right channels, but these are coming from the same receiver, so you would need a wire between the speakers, and we don't want that, because I want this to be fully wireless, to be portable, and without any connection in between. So that's the interesting part. So let me show you the design of these speakers, all the parts that you need, and the steps you need to follow to make such a project. So let's get started. These PCBs were manufactured by PCBWay, and the finish quality is very good, especially with these gold-plated pads. If you want to finish your product faster, you could also ask PCBWay to make a panelized order, where you receive multiple PCBs on a single panel. Together with this, you can also order the SMD stencil from PCBWay, and use it to add solder paste and then solder all the components at once, and by that you save time and effort. All the orders are high quality, and you could select a lot of settings, such as the thickness, flexible PCBs, the color of the solder mask, the amount of layers, the material, the surface finish, and more. So upload the Gerber files directly on PCBWay.com and make the order in just a couple of minutes. What's up my friends, welcome back. Now this idea is not new, there are plenty of Bluetooth speaker projects on YouTube. I myself have a few on my channel. The interesting part is to make this stereo at the same time that we make it wireless. So how can we get stereo audio signal without using wires? Well, these small and cheap earbuds can give us just that. Remember that for my previous Bluetooth speaker project I was using a receiver like this one. And this receives the audio signal, let's say from a smartphone, and it will give the left and the right channels of that audio signal on this output jack. So if you want to have two separated speakers, one for the left side and one for the right, you will need to add a wire in between. That's exactly how my desktop speaker work. They are merged together with a wire, but I want them to be fully wireless. So in order to have two separate speakers, we need to use a stereo receiver, and these earbuds are a good solution. They each receive one side of the audio signal from the same device, and they are synchronized, so there's no delay between one and the other side. To open them might be a little bit tricky and fragile because they are very small. What we need to do is to solder two wires at the audio output that goes to the small internal speaker, and use that later for our project. So we need to remove that speaker first. But be careful not to damage something because this PCB could be very fragile. So desolder the speaker and solder back two thin wires. Later we will pass these wires through the plastic case, but don't close that case yet, because we need to remove its small battery as well, and solder two more wires for positive and negative. And now we make a small hole, we pass the wires and close back the case. Like that we have the wires for the supply and the audio output, and the synchronized Bluetooth receiver that will give us the stereo sound, and that for just a few dollars. So let's go to the next part and prepare the components for the speaker, and the first components that we need is to select some good speaker drivers. I recommend you to pay a little bit more and get some decent quality speakers. The idea is to use two different modules, one for the medium range and the treble frequencies, and these other ones as subwoofers for the deep bass sound. The mid-range speakers are of 15 watts, and the frequency responds from 100 to 20,000 Hz. On the other hand, this one is also 15 watts, but is made to work better with those low frequency sounds for the bass. So make sure that you buy two of each, because we'll make a stereo system. The links for these ones are below in the description. So I've made my own design for the enclosure and 3D printed. This would be the front part of the speaker that I've already sandpapered it, added some primer, made it smooth and painted it with a white color. Then we'll fix the speaker drivers here. And since we've already started with the 3D printed parts, well, you have the STL files below for download. And as you can see, I've designed the case in such a way that the front part with the speaker drivers will be glued in place together with the body of the entire speaker. And then inside we have the battery pack together with the charging circuit, the amplifier and the Bluetooth receiver, and then the back part of the case can be closed with screws. It's a quite compact design. So print the parts with PLA, 0.2mm layer height and 2 perimeters and no supports. Make sure that you sandpaper each part. Then I apply some primer, and when this is dry, I sandpaper the parts once again. I want to get them as smooth as possible, so we can apply how many layers of primer you think is enough. I've also made a small design mistake. As you can see, the case feet are flat, but we want the speaker to have a little bit of angle with the table for better look. So I've changed the design that you can download from below, but since I already have my case 3D printed, I've printed the small feet and glued them in place on the case. And now the case will sit on my desktop with a little bit of angle. Once the parts are smoother, I can use some spray paint and give them a color. I want to paint them with white and some silver in order to give them an elegant and minimalistic look. But you can use any color that you want. So now the 3D printed parts for the case are ready. Let's see some other components. One of the main components is the amplifier, because the power coming out from those tiny earbuds is very low. This amplifier will increase the power enough for the speakers that we are using. This module is using the TPA3110 amplifier, and it could have an output of 30 watts for each channel. It could work with voltages from 8 up to 26 volts. And that's the next component for this project, the power source. I want to use 4 of these lithium-ion batteries in series with a total voltage of 16.8 volts. These batteries are easily rechargeable, durable and easy to use. And to protect the battery pack, we need a BMS, so I will use this 4S BMS module. And to this module I want to solder this jack connector. And to this connector we can later apply 16.8 volts to charge the batteries, and we will see the charging process in a moment. Now that we have the power source, let's see some extra components. You will also need an on and off switch like this one, maybe an LED, a small buck converter like this module here, and some wires. I also want to create some filters, so we also need some resistors and capacitors. And have in mind that you will need 2 times each component, because we are making 2 speakers. So guys, let's start assembling. Once the paint for the case is dry, we first add the speaker modules to the front part. And to make a proper seal, I first add some rubber glue. And then I add the speaker, and now we can use some epoxy or some hot glue and fix them in place. I now get 4 batteries, and using my spot welder, I merge them in series. You could also use a plastic socket like this one if you don't have the spot welder. But make sure that you never solder the wires directly to the battery, because that heat will damage them. Okay, so I finally realized that I don't have a 4S BMS module, because the one I wanted to use turned out to be a 5S one, so I decided to use only 3 batteries instead of 4. Using some wires, I connect each battery to the BMS module. Now the BMS has 2 sets of wires, one that will go to the amplifier and the other set of wires that will go to the charging plug. I fixed the BMS in place on top of the batteries, and now we can use some double-side tape or maybe some hot glue and fix the batteries inside of the 3D printed case. They will go here on this bottom support. Now let's make those filters. We get the audio signal from the earbuds. Since we have 2 speakers, we will use the left and the right channels of the amplifier. We want to add a low-pass filters for the subwoofer and the high-pass filter for the treble speaker. In that way the woofer will only receive the low-frequency sound. These here are 2 low-pass filters in series, and this will allow only the lower frequencies to pass. And for example, we solder this small filter circuit to the right channel. And this other one is a high-pass filter, so only the higher frequencies will pass, so the driver won't waste power dealing with the lower frequencies. And we solder this other filter to the left channel of the amplifier. And now we can solder the wires from the earbuds for the audio signal. I solder wires at the output of the amplifier, and this will later be connected to the speakers. And one more step to do. Remember that the earbuds are now without a battery. I want to supply them with the same battery pack, but 12 volts is too much for them, they need below 5 volts. That's why I wanted to use this small buck converter in between. And you can get this kind of buck converters from my online shop, the links are below. It's very easy to use. I solder the 5 volts connection on the back. And now if I connect it to a 12 volts power supply, you can check with the multimeter and see that the output is 5 volts. Now we can connect this to the supply wires of the earbuds that we have soldered before. We can screw the amplifier board in place inside of the case, and later we will connect all the wires. But the circuit had a problem and I had to remove the buck converter. Why? Well, because it was creating too much noise and the sound quality was awful, so I had to place a separated battery just for the earbuds. Please check the final schematic with all the connections below in the description. Now I can add the main switch on the back part of the speaker. I solder wires from the battery pack to this main switch, and from the switch I add another wire that is connected to the amplifier input. This switch already has an LED integrated, so when you turn it on, it will light up, indicating that the speaker is on. I also solder the push button for turning on the earbuds. Then I also add a charging plug in place and tie the screws. I solder wires and connect those wires to the BMS of the battery pack. If you want, you could also add a 3.5mm audio jack connected to the audio input that goes to the amplifier, just in case you want to use these speakers with wires as well. So it's time to close the case. Solder the wires from the amplifier to the speakers and make sure which channel was for the low frequencies and which channel was for the high frequencies. And now we can glue the front part. I add some glue all around so we can seal it well, because no air should flow through here. I close the case and let the glue to dry. To close the back part, we use screws. But first we get some of these insertion threads. And using your soldering iron or some glue, place those inside the plastic of the case. And now we can close the back part with screws. But first, make sure that you add some sort of foam around it, so it will have a perfect seal, so no air could flow around it. Because the pressured air will only go in and out through this hole here, and that will improve the sound. I also add some insulation rubber between the high part and the low part, so no air could flow in between. Now that everything is in place, it's time to close it. You can also add some fiberglass wool inside in order to lower the induced vibration and unwanted resonance from the cabinet. Okay, so put the back part and add some screws. Tie them and that's it. We have our Bluetooth speaker. Because I was moving the case too much, the paint from the front part got off, so I will have to repaint it again, but I will do that later. And obviously we do the same with the other speaker, because we need stereo. You could add any other detail that you want to make them look better, maybe use a different color and so on. But for now let's give them a test. Flip the switch on both speakers. Then long press the push button so the earbuds will turn on. Now for example, go to your smartphone and open the Bluetooth settings. Now connect to the Bluetooth of the headphones. Now I play some music, and I've got to say that the sound is pretty good. Okay, so let's make a test. I turn on this speaker, turn it on this, I push the button.
Power on.
Power on.
Power on.
Okay, I
Connected.
enable my Bluetooth.
Connected.
We are connected and press play. Raise the volume. There you have it, this is stereo. You can really appreciate the stereo sound that's coming from one side and then the other sound. And this is quite loud and the sound sounds awesome. We'll lower the volume here. So that's the test. I hope that you like this project. You can't really say in the video that they are stereo, but trust me, the sound is very stereo. Here's a test example. As you can see, each speaker works separately, and these are wireless. Awesome! So guys, what do you think? We now have stereo music, but it's coming out from separated Bluetooth speakers. That's quite interesting. You could place this on your desktop without any cable. And the BMS module inside will automatically turn off the power when the battery is low, so the batteries are protected. And when the batteries are low, to charge them, we need to supply 12.6 volts at the input jack. And you could buy a 12 volts adapter like this one for just a few dollars. And if you buy one with enough current output, then we can split the cable and add 2 jacks. And like that we can charge both speakers at the same time. I don't really know the on time for the batteries yet, but this should last for a few hours. You have everything that you need on my website ready for download, and if you use my project, consider supporting me on Patreon so I can keep designing stuff like this. All the links are below, and if you like this video, give me a like or comment below. Thanks again and see you later guys. Hey guys, so we are at the end of this video. So some of you guys are supporting me on Patreon, and thank you very much for that, because thanks to you I'm able to buy all these components and the modules that I use for my tutorials. And if you would like to support me as well, you have the links for my Patreon, for my website and my shop below in the description. Thank you for everything.